Mr Freeman Art, Christmas Bauble design. We're going to produce a sheet of sketches of different bauble designs. Here we are looking at some existing baubles before we start. The worksheet has 8 blank baubles on it, and I'm starting off with a very simple 1960s inspired wavy design. I'm using coloured pencil to start with, making sure we do lots and lots of shading. Try and keep it neat and make sure we leave some of the white paper shining through. The next design is going to be stippled using the pens, and you can see I'm getting some help from the cat. Try and mix the colours up, and it's the blending of the stipple marks into each other that will make the design look interesting. Again, this is a sort of lightning inspired design. The third one, I'm going to do a Maori inspired design, which we studied in year 7. Starting off with some black pen and then finishing off with coloured pencil, mixing several colours together. The third design is a sort of op art line inspired one, very simple black and white pattern. The fifth design is inspired by the work of Keith Haring, so we're drawing lots and lots of people, then going over them with black pen and putting a simple background, using coloured pencil just to help the shapes stand out a little bit more. Make all the designs as different as possible. Here I'm using a stencil to do another op art inspired design, again using coloured pencil. The next design is probably the most complicated on the sheet, using coloured pencils and fine line pen and a little bit of thick pen to create an interesting complex design. I also shaded around this design rather than the actual bauble itself. The last design here, another coloured pencil one, based on balloons or balls of different colours to fill the shape. That completes the first page. Try and make every design different. Use different media. We have pencil, monochrome and coloured pencil. We have fine line pen, the thick black pen, and the coloured pens. Mix them up to create different interesting designs. Try not to use a rubber, so always draw as lightly as possible so you can just see the line, and then you can go over it with a fine line pen when you've got the line in the right place to make it stand out. Again, always shade. We're not colouring in, we want shading to try and help the designs look as three-dimensional as possible. Experiment, try different things. I've done 3 sheets, so that's 24 different bauble designs, and I've tried to make every one different, but I'm interested to see what you can do. So surprise me and let's see some really interesting creative bauble designs. Mix the media up, use them in different ways. Here I'm trying to get a flame design, very different to the other designs on the page. And now I'm drawing some snowmen to represent Christmas. Okay, just very quick and simple. I didn't practice these beforehand, so they're all just made straight onto the paper. So just take your pencil, remember, don't press on heavily, and draw a shape, and try and avoid using a rubber. If you absolutely have to use rubber, so be it, but try and avoid it. Another stipple design, slightly more complicated than the first. And then now an idea based on bamboo, not very Christmassy, but for some reason I just thought it'd look interesting on a bauble design. This next one's a little bit more complicated. Drew a grid pattern and then put a pattern inside and repeated it on all the different shapes. Remember, enjoy yourself and come up with as many creative and interesting designs as possible so we can pick the best one to go forward next week and improve. Good luck with your designs, and I look forward to seeing any comments on this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Win at GCSE with Mr Freeman Art.